people. We say good morning to all of you that are here this morning. As you can see, this is a gathering of academic staff union of University of Ibadan branch. And why is the union out this morning? The union is out principally to express its dissatisfaction with the way and manner federal government have been treating academic staffs across the university in Nigeria. Without wasting time, comrades, the first person that will be addressing us is no other person than the chairman of the branch, Comrade Afolabi. But before he does that, I want to use this opportunity to inform, especially those of us who are members of ASUU University of Ibadan branch, that this struggle is not your struggle alone. It's the struggle of Nigeria. And in our midst this morning is the chairman of Nigerian Labour Congress, Oyo State chapter, Comrade Kayode Martins. And he's not only here, he's not here alone. He's also here with the chairman of the Joint Negotiation Council, Oyo State chapter, Comrade Show Lebo. And I'm raising this so that we know that this struggle is not your struggle alone. It's the struggle of Nigeria. It's the struggle of all oppressed Nigeria. And we want to commend ASUU, thank ASUU for continuous, courage, determination that he has always been exhibiting over years. And on this basis, I will call on Comrade Femi Afolabi, the chairman of ASUU University of Ibadan branch, who is going to address us and as the basis why we are here. Aluta continua.
Aluta continua. Victoria. Comrades, compatriots, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, we want to express our sincere gratitude to the Nigerian press for collaborating with us in our struggle to ensure that the descent of education in our public universities into the abyss is stopped. The Academic Staff Union of University has been in the forefront of asking the federal government to live up to its responsibility of providing qualitative tertiary education, which is the bedrock of the development and growth of any country for its citizens. There has been inadequate progress in the negotiation between the federal government and this union in the past 16 years. This rally with the press conference is therefore being held nationwide to sensitize the public of the latest lingering negotiation that is being stalled by the refusal of the federal government of Nigeria to sign the agreement made between its representative led by Alhaji Yali Ahmed and the union. To remind us, the issues that have been the bone of contention between the federal government of Nigeria and the union over the decades include renegotiation of the 2009 ASUU federal government agreement, which has been at a bus stop, outstanding of 25 to 35% salary arrears and third-party deduction, promotion arrears for more than 4 years, non-payments, and in some instances, in state universities, they have not been paid their earned allowances, and the promise by the federal government to mainstream the earned allowances of universities in the federal universities have been in the doldrum. We have been talking about sustainable funding for the university and also for the autonomy of the university, which have been breached on several occasions. We cannot but remember the victimization of our colleagues in LASU, Lagos State University, Kogi State University, now Prince Abubakar Audu University, and Futo. I will go into a little detail of the issues which we have in our records. And we want to thank you for coming out yesterday when we had our Sona press conference. The first item is the failure to complete the negotiation of the 2009 ASUU federal government agreement. The federal government has failed to fulfill the provision to review every 3 years the agreement that was signed in 2009. That is 16 years ago. Its attempt to review it led to the inconclusive negotiation that started in 2017, when it constituted the first Wale Obolakin Joint Committee, and this was followed by 2 other committees due to the irreconcilable differences between the 2 parties. It proceeded to set up 2 other committees led by Professor Muzali Jubril-led committee, and later by the late Emeritus Professor Mimi Briggs, which gave us some sun rays in the dark tunnel. However, instead of signing this agreement between us and that committee, the committee that produced this draft agreement was not signed. The federal government set up another committee to review the drafts. The latter committee submitted its report in February 2025, that is 6 months ago. The motion without movement of the last 16 years could only have climaxed in nothing but a significant breach of trust that this union might have had in the federal government of Nigeria. This straw has indeed almost broken the back of ASUU's camel. The consequences of this failure include low trust index that the federal government has acquired by taking the union for a ride for too long. It has pummeled our motivation, our zeal, and determination of our members to its nadir, such that there have been continuous depletion in the strength of academic members of staff in our universities. In between the various negotiating committees and the accompanying industrial disharmony, the federal government has been giving us tranches of earned academic allowances, which have been in so many areas until this year, when the promise was reduced to only 80% of what was promised. 80% in order to satisfy the other union in the university. That was after the union have agreed to forgive the federal government of the so many areas of earned academic allowances for more than 15 years. During the last industrial disharmony, which was truncated with a court action by the federal government, it awarded unilaterally against collective bargaining principle between 25% and 35% salary increments to different cadres of academic members of staff. This misuse of the medication meant for treating ringworms, to treat leprosy, under the judicial restraint they gave us, only worsening our morale as a university lecturer. The federal government is here to pay the arrears of salary award along with the payment of the arrears of salary increments due to the promotion to a higher cadre for more than 4 years in some cases. With their salaries, we will recall that during our last strike, the federal government stopped our salary due to treacherous no work, no pay policy. Eventually, part of this salary was paid us, but the federal government is still owing us 3.5 months arrears of this salary. Why? We worked after that strike to ensure that the students graduated at the appropriate time. We worked very well, and the worker deserves his right. We therefore request and urge the federal government to pay its our arrears for us. The outstanding of the 25 to 35% arrears is also something that the government should do for us. We are also imploring the general public to come along with us. This is the time to join hands with us, for the parents of our students, for the students also, who are usually the grass that suffer when the elephant fights, that they will join us to appeal to the representative in government to obey the agreements that they have been negotiating with us. In conclusion, fellow compatriots and gentlemen of the press, as representatives of the fourth estate of the realm and partners in the ongoing effort to improve Nigeria's tertiary education system, We sincerely appreciate your continued support in sharing our communication with the public and holding our often responsive government accountable. Without you, this rally will just remain within our campus. But we trust with your efforts, it will even go international, because we know international media is also here with us. Once again, our union urges all concerned Nigerians, including opinion leaders, religious and traditional authorities, civil society organizations, parents of our valued students, and all stakeholders in education, to advocate to the federal government to sign this renegotiated agreement by August 28th, that is 2 days from now, when it has promised to meet our representatives. Only through this action can the Tinubu administration prevent an impending nationwide industrial crisis across university campuses and fulfill the promises made during the election campaign. Our president has said university lecturers will not go on strike. But we know this is just a small screen. We have been gentle on our own side. It is time for the government to pay us the gentleness that we have been exhibiting for all long. We are compatriots, we are patriots. We do not want our students' education to be disrupted again. So the government has, like 26th of August, to finalize and sign the agreement so that there will not be any industrial crisis around the country. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Kokoro.
Ní Yorùbá, ìdí tí ẹ fi péjọ káàárọ̀ yìí.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ gbogbo ará ilé, gbogbo ará ìlú. Àwa ẹgbẹ́ olùkọ́ni yunifásitì ti ilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn. A péjọ láàárọ̀ yìí. A ti wọ́de káàkiri nínú ọgbà wa ní ẹ̀rọ láì síjà, láì sáriwo. A ti sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wípé ó ti tó gẹ́, ìjọba ti ń dà wá láàmú tipẹ́tipẹ́. Ìgbà tá bá sáìn ìbọ̀rọ̀ kan yìí ní ọdún 16 sẹ́yìn. Ó tún wá di pé wọ́n tó gbé oríṣiríṣi àwọn àjọ kalẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá wa ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n a rí pé gbogbo ìdáhùn ṣe yìí ó ń jásípà sí ni, kò sí yọjú ní kankan. Ó wá tún di wípé ìgbà tá a parí ìkan níbi ọdún 2 sẹ́yìn. Wọ́n tún wá gbé àjọ mi papọ̀ dìde tá à ń pè ní Ìyálé Àmẹ́ Committee kó bá wa jíròrò papọ̀. Committee yẹn àjọ yẹn ti fún ìjọba ní èrò wọn papọ̀ ibi tí wọ́n bá ṣe dé láti oṣù 6 sẹ́yìn. Àwọn sọ wípé oṣù 6 nílé ayé ẹnìkan ó pọ̀ jù. Àwọn mìíràn ti kú láti ìgbà yẹn. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ wa wọn rí owó ra oògùn wọn káwọn wọn rówó repo wọn rówó ra gbogbo ẹ̀. Nígbà ń béèrè fún náà àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n jọ lórí owó oṣù wa wọ́n tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn fún wa wọ́n fún wa. Kí wọ́n máa fi lè bá wa sáìn tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn yìí bóyá bí ọ̀túnla dáná pàdé wa. A máa nírètí wípé kò ní sí pé ìdáṣẹ́sílẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àwọn ilé-ẹ̀kọ́ gíga wa. Wọ́n tá à ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ìjọba ni pé àtàwọn aráàlú wípé kí wọ́n pé ìjọba káfà létí ọ̀tún àti etí òsì ká bá wa fọwọ́ sí ìwé yìí ta ní ká bá wa ṣe tó dà kò ní sí ìdààmú nínú àwọn ilé-ẹ̀kọ́ wa.
There is a new policy. It's all about loan for ASUU members.
Okay.
So the thing is trending. So what is your take on this?
The federal government that has been owing us for 16 years suddenly woke up one day and said he's not going to give loan to his impoverished workers. Is that the way out? No. They then made it worse by saying that our union should be the guarantor of this loan to be given to members of our union. ASUU has never employed any lecturer. It is the government that employs lecturer. We are not in the way of members of the union from taking loan if they know they can finance it. But the calculator that they put on the loan has shown that the professor at the highest level of pay at this moment cannot service that loan. So it is slavery, and we believe that a debtor is a perpetual slave to his creditor. So it is a way of witnessing us that once we take the loan and guarantee our members, we will not be able to negotiate again. So we have seen the smoke screen that they used to cover us. However, members who can finance it by whatever means can approach the employer, the university, to guarantee it for them. So ASUU is not stopping the member from taking this loan if you can finance it, but it should beware. It's caveat emptor. Beware and go and meet their employer to sign the loan for them. Ẹni tó ń jẹ èèyàn lówó látọdún 16 sẹ́yìn ó wá jíjọ kan ó sọ wípé dààmú fẹ́ ya lówó yìí tí yẹn ní kàn ní ìyẹn ò dá bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ bọ́ lọ́wọ́ eléyìí a gba ìjọba níyànjú pé kí a kọjú sí ìtẹ́ka ojú sí kí a má fẹ́ lè fọjú wa sí gbòmíràn ẹgbẹ́ wa ASUU ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà àmọ́ tá à ń ṣe ọ̀mọ̀wé ni wá alẹ́ lóye alọ́gbọ́n àwọn là ń pèsè àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ níjọba nílẹ̀ yìí àti ilẹ̀ òkèèrè àwọn àlè tàn wá jẹ láti fún wa ní ìyàwó kankan wọ́n tún ní pé àwa ASUU la máa fọwọ́ sí ìwé fún àwọn ẹgbẹ́ wa láti wá gba ìyàwó yìí ìyàwó 10 million èló ní dọ́là yíyan tí èyí tẹ̀ kàn wá àwọn sọ wípé àwa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹgbẹ́ bí ASUU o a fọwọ́ sí láti lè jẹ́ ẹni tó máa jẹ́ onídùúró fún àwọn ẹgbẹ́ wa láti lọ gba ìyàwó yìí ẹni tó bá rò pé òun lè gbà lára wa lè lọ bá àwọn tó gbà wọ́n síṣẹ́ tábà sáìn kò ń ṣàwa níta tí wàá rí ni pé ẹni tó jẹ́ pòfẹ́sọ̀ tó ń gbowó jù láti ní Nigerian University wọ́n ti lè sanwó yẹn padà láàrin ọdún márùn-ún tẹ́lẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ sanwó yẹn kò ṣeé ṣe àwọn tó bá gbọ́n máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí adẹ́gbọ́ dáadáa àti àwọn èèyàn wa àti fún wọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹni tó bá fẹ́ gba ìyàwó náà kó lọ bá àwọn tó gbà wọ́n síṣẹ́ láti sáìn fún wọn.
Your name once again.
My name is Comrade Adefemi Afolabi, chairperson.
Láti fásitì ilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn ọ̀lẹ́ ti gbọ́n láti ẹnu aṣojú àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fásitì yíyan ASUU tí wọ́n ṣèwọ́de láti jáwé àkíwọ́wọ́ fún ìjọba pé láàrin ọjọ́ méjì sásìkò tá a wà yìí bí wọn ò bá buwọ́lu àdéhùn táwọn ń béèrè fún àwọn ogun lé ìyanṣẹ́lódì ọlọ́gbọ̀n àgbẹ̀dàn káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà bó ti nọlẹ̀ láǹfààní láti wò lórí kan débi tí ní sọ Yorùbá láti Ìbàdàn bí àlékún orí ìbá tún wà lórí nǹkan mú àyè ẹ ó máa gbọ́ síwájú sí i lórí gbogbo àwọn ìkànnì wa ẹ ṣeun.